Hello, my little goblins. We're back at it again, and this time we have Dragon Link. Pretty neato. So this deck got a huge amount of support. The Bystial cards were just crazy support for this deck. Now you might be saying, well, Bystial kind of hurts it too, doesn't it? Because they can just banish whatever you banish. You're playing, let's just say that some decks are playing 4 to 5 Bystials. We're playing all of the Bystials, so most of the time we're gonna out Bystial them unless it's a mirror, and then it's gonna be a little more intricate that way. This is the list we have. Boral and Dragon, still pretty good. Not that many cards out this, but I would say the only thing that's really annoying and the only thing that's really weak about Dragon Link is the fact that Branded is very popular, because Branded can just contact fusion all your dragon monsters away. If they do that, you probably just lose. So not much you can do about that, I'll tell you that right now. You kind of just gotta hope your opponent doesn't have it. But yeah, I mean, the one thing that you can do to try and prevent it, and it's something I learned the hard way, is try and set up Branded Beasts through your Libellion, and that way you have an interruption. So when they normal summon Alibur, right? Not Alibur. When they normal summon Fallen of Albaz, you can pop the Fallen of Albaz. So, aka, if their fusion won't go off, and you won't have to negate it if they try and just fuse. And secondly, if they don't choose the fuse because they're planning to contact fuse your board away, the pop will deal with everything. That's pretty much what I'm getting at. But yeah, there's multiple ways also to go into Boral Dragon. It's not super linear the way the deck's built. You have the quad Boral play where you can pop the quad Boral, it brings back some rockets, and that will let you go into Boral Savage, or it will help you extend. We have Pisty's probably the easiest way, and the way you do the Pisty play is just with Romulus. You summon obviously a monster there, you go into Pisty, and then you can either summon a monster, go into Striker Dragon, or if you don't have a level 4 or lower, you go into Triple Burst with one of the Bystial monsters. So that's why the extra deck looks the way it does. If you're wondering why we're running access codes still, it's because access code's terrific regardless at just OTKing your opponent. So it seems pretty good. Let's just say an access code plus a Chaos Ruler means they're dead. So yeah, so I think the deck looks pretty solid. I don't really think I need to do a combo guide on this. It's pretty much plays exactly the same as old Dragon Link. The only difference is you have the Bystial cards, and I'll tell you guys one of the combos right here before we get into games. One of the combos is you Bystian Libellion, you search Saronir, and then you activate Saronir's effect, summon it to the board, and then you tribute the Saronir off of Libellion, and then you send Regain with Saronir's effect, and then you use Libellion's effect to play Beast. That way you have Beast and Regain. You probably, guys, if you played Ladder, you've seen the combo a million times. That's one of the combos. You also don't even need to summon Saronir. If you have a way of going into Chaos Ruler or something, then you can just wait until you go into your Chaos Ruler before you do it, because Saronir works on discard, so you just discard the Dragon Ravine. Just saying. Let's get into some games. You guys can see how the deck plays, and then we'll go to a recap, and I'll give my thoughts on the deck. Hello, my little goblins. We're here at game number 1, and we opened up Regain. So with Libellion, we are going to be searching Pizza Hut, which is the new official name of Magma Hut. I call it Magma Hut, but I don't think it's pronounced as, because it's pronounced Magnum Hut. I don't know. You know, he maxes. I use Rocket's ability to pop to go into recharge, and the reason I do that is because if he's going to build a board, I want my Striker Dragon, when I go into Striker Dragon, that it's able, the boot sector launch is going to be able to bring cards back from the graveyard, 2 of them or more. So he's gonna play the Sharon. Obviously, he mills the Kelbeck, and he discards Kelbeck, and he also mills Keldo. Why not? This is a pre-nerf. Thank you. Thank you, Konami. Okay. Plays Reinhardt. We're gonna go for the Pizza Hut on him. Probably should have just done the Baldric on him, to be honest, because I probably want Pizza Hut to resolve more. He's gonna shuffle my Lebellion back because he's a rat. My opponent's a dirty, stinking rat. Goes into Time Thief for Do It. Alright, the thing that's really annoying about Time Thief for Do It is, and if you guys don't know why I'm not gonna Bystial, is because it removes itself from the field, and then this triggers, and since he has no monsters, this is not a quick effect anymore, so kind of tilting. The good thing is, this is hilarious interaction, by the way. Since the Time Thief Redoer banished itself, you can use Branded Regain to shuffle it back into his extra deck. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution. So he goes into Kikalios. Kikalios activates. Merly. And then he Polymerization. I mean, it's too late to really do anything. He's going to go into Rikelios. And I'm just better off saving both Bystials, so I'm able to like stop him on my turn. Because you know I have to preemptively think about like how many abilities my opponent's gonna activate on my turn. So he's just setting up. He got Havness, he got Reinhardt, he sets 2, 1 Solic, 1 is a mystery. So we're gonna play White Dragon, then we're gonna shuffle. Draw another White Dragon. That's not a good draw. Strike a Dragon. Alright. He's gonna let Striker Dragon resolve, maybe? He does. Not very smart for him. What did he mill? He milled. Oh, okay. I guess nothing matters anymore when you just mill everything. But Boot Sector Launch is gonna go crazy here because he's gonna special summon a bunch. So we activate Baldric first because I want him to pop it with Rikelios. So now I Pizza Hut him. Hell yeah, brother. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to OTK him. But who knows. My hand's pretty crazy. And then we're going to bring back the Baldric too anyway. GG. In the end, nothing really matters. Oh, he has Soliac too. That's pretty cool. Now, this is my turn. My opponent's activating 30 times more chains than me on my own turn. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so negate, fusion. Fusion, ha! Here's Winda. It's a good thing we have Magma Hut out. So, remember he has 4 cards out. My plan worked. Thank you. We play Surfrite, kill the Winda, kill the Reinhardt, and now our board, we are going to make the most disgusting Dragon Link board the world has ever seen. Because I have not used Black Dragon. Apsarauto is a free special summon. So we're going to be able to go into Borderlands very, very easily. I have not used Rocket Tracer's effect either. So technically right here, I would be, unless I'm locked into the dark by something else right now. Actually, I don't think I am. Does this lock you into the dark? It does not. So since I'm not locked into the dark, I'm going to be able to go into a Baron immediately. Right? And then after that, I should be able to link climb easy into Borderlands. And then I should be able to go into Chaos Ruler. And Apsarauto Dragon will grab me my level 1. I don't think I have normal summon. Oh, I have normal summon save free. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I tell you all this because he just concedes because he knows I'm about to roll his pretty little ass. So. Hello, everybody. We are here for game number 2, and my hand is looking pretty okay for going first. It's a good thing we got the bait from the Ash here. So, best thing about Lebellion, he is the master baiter. It's a good joke, isn't it? You guys like that? I know you guys would. They're little sluts. Okay, we're gonna add the Boot Sector Launch. Serenair is gonna banish. I actually did this on purpose. I know you guys don't think I did, but I did this on purpose. I purposely targeted Sireneer. I purposely targeted this because Sireneer I'm going to send to the graveyard anyway to the stupid field spell. I did this on purpose because I have Chaos Emperor Dragon, and I can use Chaos Emperor's Pendulum effect to add Rocket Tracer back to hand. I do make a misplay here. I think it's a misplay personally. I should have used Boot Sector Launch to special summon, and the reasoning for that is it would have allowed me when I go into get Dragon Ravine, I would have been able to grab the level 1, and it would be a free Chaos Ruler or a Boro Lord Savage Dragon, either or. Mainly, probably Chaos Ruler because we would need the bodies anyway. So, Dragon Ravine. Since we don't have what we want, we're gonna have to improvise. We grab the Rocket Tracer instead. You got a boom, pop goes a Weasel, and he's gonna pizza. So this is actually very, very important. I was actually gonna go into Chaos Ruler here to extend, and him doing this makes it so there's no point for me to go into Chaos Ruler. So, and if you're wondering how Chaos Ruler extends, is very extremely high chance for me to hit off Chaos Ruler, and if I hit white or black dragon, I just like end with a crazy end board or like a very, very good end board. This end board, me just doing this, is just going to end on Borrowland, which is kind of annoying. But this game is just funny because my opponent, again, is just like, these are the only 2 Bystials in their deck. And they legit, like, they end up breaking horribly. I max C. And they have no other plays, and they just give up immediately. And this is a dude. I'm not even kidding you. So many of my games end up like this. They just like either my opponents just like they're playing so many hand traps, or they can't play the game anymore, or they just don't really have a good out for Boro and Dragon. Hello, we're here for game number 3, and I just do want to point out that last game they were playing Tri-Brigade Sprite, and they had those only 2 Bystials. So I think they just brick because they're playing they're getting too greedy or something. I mean, it definitely ruined my combos, them doing that, but, like, if you're not going to be able to play your deck, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you rethink the strategy? I don't know. We got Imperms. Isn't this fun? Maxi, Imperm. Ooh. The only good thing here is we have White Dragon. And for some reason, so this is like super bad. I'm going to point this out. I want you guys to see it so you guys don't make mistakes like this. It's actually, you know what? Never mind. It's not that bad. I was going to say it's bad because I should have saved the Sireneer's effect for Ravine, but it actually doesn't matter because I only have 1 Black Dragon in the deck. So if this only would have been bad if I played White Dragon into Black Dragon. Because then I have an extra White Dragon that I could pitch to Ravine instead. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I would say. This is actually completely fine, actually. 10 Apsarouter. We add the level 1. Boom. Thank you, free Chaos Ruler. We love it. We love our free Chaos Ruler. Chaos Emperor is pretty rad, so is Leveneer. Leveneer is great. We're going to set up the spell. Again, I think you probably should set up the trap, but the thing is, if I'm probably gonna have to use this Libellion to do my plays, and I have no more Bystials, that is the only reason. That is literally the only reason I grabbed the spell, because I had no way of going to Bystials, and you need to distribute a Bystial, and I shuffle. He has 2 cards left in his hand. There's like what is he actually gonna do, right? Oh. Again, hindsight, I probably should have just not used this ability. I was getting a little trigger happy just activating everything. I think activating Borrowland is fine. I think this is actually fine because this is a free Mirror Jade if I don't do this. But I should have not activated this. because he just contact fuses everything away. The last card is Braided Fusion. Of course it is. Why not? Isn't that crazy? His last card, Braided Fusion on top of that. He has no cards in hand for this Rebellion. So he is 500 points off of lethal. But you know, if you ain't dead, you ain't dead. Young blood. And he's got a negate, which is kind of annoying. So we're going to have to play through this. He goes to a pop early in Ravine. I think he's afraid that I'm going to send something crazy. I literally just wanted to discard Safer. So I end up grabbing my Chaos Emperor. I'm trying to bait out this negate here. So I play Chaos Emperor. I can't activate it, but I'm just trying to bait negate so I can Rocket Tracer and then use Rocket Tracer, pop whatever on the field. So he negates, quick launch. Tracer pops. We go into Borreload Savage. He equips Daddy to him. He's huge. He's enormous. And we're just going to beat the shit out of our opponent. And with me having Ash in hand, I feel pretty safe. Because I know he has Retribution, so he's going to be able to recycle Fusion anyway. Yep. So my opponent activates this. I'm just going to negate it. It doesn't matter. As long as you negate the Fusion. I probably shouldn't have negated that. I should negate its like actual summon effect. But it's already over. He has nothing else he could have gone into after that. So it didn't matter. So, GG. Hello, my little goblins. This is game number 4, and we're playing against Tizzy. Tizzy Manizzy. So we're going to Striker Dragon. And we got Boot Sector Launch. And Effect Veiler. Thank you. The good thing about Effect Veiler here is I am not locked into Dark Monsters because this didn't go off. So now when I go into this, I'm going to be able to go into a free Bourdon de Fleur. Beautiful, beautiful. And we're going to be able to combo. We're going on adventure, guys. Add Ravine. Add Black Dragon. Boom. Add Rebellion. Rebellion. Add Pizza Hut. Ooh, look at all these. Oh, look at all these plays, guys. Look at all these plays. He thought the Effect Veiler was going to stop me. He thought it was just going to end in my tracks. But no, I'm never going to lose the Tiz. Borderland. Bam. Probably should have placed Borderland here, but no, not like... Dude, no one's playing Geonator, right? Synapse the Router. Grabber level 1. And we are going to add that Baldrake to hand. So, pretty good interruptions for us. Maxium. We get Lightning Stormed. Little concerning here. My opponent plays Pot of Prosperity. This is actually a sigh of relief. Because that means I'm not going to die because I'm taking half damage, right? I see the droplet. I'm like, okay, Borland's dead. Borland's dead. Well, you lived a good one, right? So he plays Numeron Network. Okay. Honestly, so I'm an idiot. So I was just like thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm dead. Like, he's Numeron Network. He's got droplet. I should have just let this happen and just banish everything on the field, right? And then I would just have to deal with like one droplet. I'm an idiot. So I end up negating this because I'm like, you know what? I don't take disrespect kindly. And mainly because in my mind, I'm like, I don't think I can die, right? I'd be wrong. He goes to 4,000. I take 500 there. This is at 16,000. He then droplets me. Something tells me if he did, like, I was actually giving this guy the Fatsoid special. If you know, you know. And then I was like, I don't think he kills me. Like, I did the math. I was like, I live with like 300 life points left. And then everything goes away. I'm like, he has nothing else. He used droplet. I'm like, he has no interruption. I'm like, here's Boral Fat Dragon, dude. It's Boral Beast Dragon, dude. You respect it. And then we're going to go into Libellion. Libellion is going to set up the trap. I'm going to send this and Sarnier. Sarnier is going to send the spell. So we have the beautiful setup for next turn. And our opponent is just absolutely screwed. We're going to pop the field spell. So I'm going to tell you this right now. There's a massive misplay that happens. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but they need a monster for me to use Bystial, and they're playing Numeron Network. So, if he just plays Numeron Network activates, I just lose, right? But I'm a moron. And I'm like, well, he's screwed. There's no way I lose this. He has... the last two cards are Imperm, which I have to negate. Numeron Network. So the only saving grace is, even if he went into, like, I'm pretty sure he's only running one of these, and even if he goes into all these Numeron cards, he can't kill me because he would have to run his monsters into me. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, he would take 3,750 damage from one hit. But I could have lost that from me not playing Drew's Worm. Isn't that crazy? Hello, everybody. We're here and we're playing against Niche. And guess what? We opened up the GOAT. We're going to activate this. He's going to activate Maxi. He's a little rat. Another rat scurrying along. We grab Rocket Tracer. Dragon Ravine. Send Sarnier. Boom. This is an extremely greedy play by me. The reason why this is such a greedy play is if my opponent has any interruption on my Striker Dragon, I just don't do anything. And that's because, like, because I wanted to set up a fat boot sector launch. So I actually get punished heavily for it with Effect Veiler. So I got... Have you guys also noticed I get like 2 to 3 hand trapped every game that you guys seen so far? That was happening all fucking night. It's like 2 to 3 hand traps every fucking turn one. It's crazy. Some games even more. Alright, so he's playing Nimble Beaver. He has to go into combat because I don't think he has any extension here. So I use Heretical Seal to bounce this. And then I go into Magic Pizza Hut. At least I'm not dying. But he is going to be able to set up a Sprite board. By the way, is this like normal? Like, I guess the Bystials do give you turn 1 plays on Sprite. But like, your whole deck like locks you out of like things over level 2. You know what I mean? Like, you go into Gigantic or you use Sprite thing. Like, I feel like it's kind of strange. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, he's locked out of 2s now. He's locked out of anything but 2s. I feel like it's really weird. And, like, isn't that like a complete brick? Like, if I'm just not playing like a dark deck or a dark or light deck. Alright, so he's able to set up multiple negates at least. Well, not at least. Not good for me, but... I activate Libellion. He plays red because he's afraid of my fucking Bystials. I would be too. He doesn't realize I have Pizza Hut on the field, though. And I just played Levenier. Levenier is non-targeted pops, so have fun. You rodent. Pop, pop. I think the reason why he played Nimble Beaver is because I was just going to pop Penny if he played Penny. And there it is. My opponent's in shambles. Now we got it, and he gave up. He doesn't want to see a white man succeed. Let's get to the recap right now. Hello and welcome to the recap. Thank you for watching this far. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please subscribe. If you don't, I'll cry. I'll cry, and the aliens will abduct me. No, but seriously, just do it. It helps me out, helps the channel. We're trying to get to 10K at least. And then after that, we're going to push 100. Then after 1 million, then after 100 million. So think about it. After that... let me think what we should be doing. Join the Discord. The Discord is down below. It's fire, straight gas for the kids. And we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot in there. We share Yu-Gi-Oh! Memes. And we host tournaments every Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. So check it out. Check the pinned messages in the tournament discussion. Or the tournament railings. So, how the deck perform? I played this deck a handful of times. I played this deck 15 games, right? And in the 15 games, we were able to climb from D3 to D1 pretty easily, in my opinion. We dropped a few games to Branded because Branded going second just absolutely butt fucks the living shit out of us. But after the first game of me getting contact fused, going to Branded Beast definitely helps a lot. Like, once I realized that, I was like, oh, I need to just set up Branded Beast. So it definitely helps a lot now. But yeah, dude, that shit just absolutely railroads us. The crazy thing is they can just they just use fusion deployment. So, like, they don't even have to waste their normal summon to do that. It's pretty gross. I think the deck's really solid, though. I think it's in a really good place. You will get frustrated sometimes because you're running so many Bystials. When you go first, sometimes you just don't have anything but Bystials in your hand. So you're just like, okay, your turn. And I've played some games where I opened all Bystials, and guess what I played against? I played against Notoria Runic. So I was just fucked. Like, my ass will never be the same after that. So I didn't show those games because those are brutal. My opponent went into... They're playing Notoria Runic, like, with the synchro climbing. And they went into Baron, Notoria Beast, and they had Notoria Mole on the field still. So it was pretty gross. Other than that, I feel like the deck's in a pretty good position. It's definitely way better than it was before. But I am a little annoyed that it's so easy to break the board with one of the top decks. Because you see Branded Despia a lot now. But I still think the deck is definitely, like, if you want to climb to Master 1, like, you could climb to Master 1 with this. No problem, in my opinion. And the more you play it, the better you're going to get with the interactions and, like, what to be doing. So, at a scale of 1 to 10, I would say this deck is probably like an 8.5. Relatively close. You know what? I might say this deck's like a 9. It's, like, really good. Like, you can play through a lot. So, I'm going to say this deck's like an 8.5 to 9. It's, like, really good. It's, like, on the, maybe, like, an 8.75. And I would say it's, like, somewhere between tier 3, tier 2. I think right now, some of the other decks just have just so much more power, just naturally built. And then with Branded Despia being, like, very popular, too. I think it's stopping this deck from really, like, shining and just being a tier 1 deck. And what do I mean by the other decks? Like, Sprite is, like, really, really good right now. I don't think there's been a format where, like, all the cards that, like, you have, all the Sprite cards are, like, at 3, besides, like, Blue and Starter. You have Spins in the format. You have so much in Sprite right now. And then the other deck that's crazy is just Tier Limits. Tier Limits just still fucking nuts. Like, it doesn't matter that they limited the cards. They're just playing the Bystials now. And honestly, they have their millers every time I play them. Every time I play against them, they open Kelbeck and Guido. So, but yeah, tier limits, like, just really nuts. I think there's a Chaos tier limit deck that's out there. I think that deck's pretty crazy too. A lot of combo potential. It might be a little brickier though than usual, but yeah, those decks are still the best decks. And when those decks weaken, it's gonna open the floodgates for us. The problem though is if we get better, let's say we become like top tier 1 deck, right? Branded Despia is gonna be the check, right? You're gonna play against Branded Despia. We're gonna have to try and find some way of consistently stopping the Fallen of Albaz, because I mean, this is great, the Branded Beast, but it's not 100% reliable. Because if they stop Bystial Rebellion for somehow, either with their own Bystial, or they stop it with Ash or something, so it stops you from adding a Bystial to hand, like, you're gonna be in deep trouble. You're probably gonna lose that game because you just break your whole board with one card. It's not very fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys want me to build next. I have some thoughts in mind with what I'm going to build next. Mainly because I have to prep things way ahead before I get the feedback from you guys. So I have some things in mind, but let me know what you guys are interested in. So, goodbye.